Hello everyone, welcome to another Versus video. I am BBD alongside Todd Anderson.
There you go. Hey guys.
Todd Anderson, yeah. Alright, and we're going to be battling Legacy today, so upcoming invitational, so yeah, Legacy.
Yeah, Legacy.
Yeah.
This matchup may be a slaughter. I don't know yet. I'm very scared.
Yeah, we have no idea what's going to happen here because I'm playing a pretty interesting list. This list got 9th place at the last SCG Open, and it is Mono Red Sneak Attack. I don't know the exact name for the deck, but...
Let's call it Sneak Attack.
Yeah.
All right, guys, let's take a look at the deck, and then, yeah.
Yeah. So, basically the core of the deck is you have Sneak Attack and Through the Breach to put these massive monsters in play, like Simian Spirit Guide, Gristlebrand, Emrakul, Inferno Titan.
Yeah, Simian Spirit Guide being one of the monsters you can put into play.
Yeah, it is a legal choice, and a World Spine Worm. So there's a lot of big heavy hitters here. This plays more monsters than the normal list, but I think that that's okay because you also have no way to dig for them.
Yeah, we're not playing Brainstorm. You know, we've seen decks kind of similar to this with Show and Tell, like Sneak and Show and Legacy, but haven't seen too many that are just mono red. But we do get access to one really good card when we play one color. Yeah,
mono red gives you access to Blood Moon, which is a huge beating against so many different decks. A lot of decks are just actually dead to a turn 1 or turn 2 Blood Moon. The game is just over. And then we also get access to Chalice of the Void. Since we're not playing Ponder or Brainstorm, we don't have to play anything that costs 1, and we can play Chalice. And with Ancient Tomb, City of Traders, it's very easy to Chalice on 1. Simian Spirit Guide can do it as well.
Yeah, I mean, I really like the look of this deck. You know, there are so many decks in the format like Delver or Storm or various combo decks that hinge on playing 1-mana spells. And as well as, you know, other mid-range decks that hinge on having access to 3 different colors. So having this, like, tag team combo as your disruption in the early game, it kind of makes up for not being able to play Brainstorm. I'm not going to lie. Pretty excited.
Yeah, and there's also, one thing I really think is sweet is, like, Seething Song generates a lot of mana, and you can actually hard cast Inferno Titan with it, and I'm really hoping I get to do that.
Yeah, I mean, if that comes down against me playing Elves today, then that's just, we're going to be dead.
Yeah. And then there's one other interesting card. I don't even know the name of the card.
Pyromancy.
Pyromancy.
Take me out to dinner.
Pyronancy, yeah. You can discard a card at random from your hand, and it deals damage equal to that card's converted mana cost. So there's some Emrakuls and World Spine Worms and Gristlebrand's in this deck.
There's a lot of high cast cost stuff, and like the way this deck plays out a lot of times, even if you get this into play, and let's say you have like a Sneak Attack and a Pyromancy in play, and you don't have any fatties in hand, you can still play out all the cheap stuff from your hand, like the Chalices, the Blood Moons, even the Seething Songs. Seething Song into activate Pyromancy multiple times or something, and just discard excess like Through the Breaches, excess Sneak Attacks, and then if you happen to top deck a creature, you can pitch that if it kills them, or you can like Sneak Attack into play or whatever.
Yeah. It also kind of can serve as like an extra sneak attack sometimes. People also deal a lot of damage to themselves sometimes with like
Thoughtseize, fetch lands.
Yeah, Gitaxian Probe and the like. So I guess the last thing I want to mention is we have some Lotus Petals here for acceleration as well, but there's 3 Sandstone Needles in this deck.
I have to say that when I first started playing Magic, I didn't really understand the concept of like lands that could generate 2 mana every turn as opposed to 1. Like, especially when they had such severe drawbacks like Sandstone Needle, where once you use it twice, it dies.
Yeah.
But as I grew as a player and I played, certain formats like Pauper, or I just played, in a lot of older formats where generating a lot of mana was important, I started to play, with someone like Spraz and Scary and Sandstone Needle, and actually found that they were very good and very powerful. And so when I saw that in the list, I was very happy. Yeah,
like, the thing is it seems like there's a huge drawback in that you have to sacrifice to have to use it twice, and that can be a big drawback. But at the same time, like, if you use it to cast a Blood Moon, your opponent's never going to cast another. They might just never cast another spell the rest of the game.
Yeah,
so.
And plus it shuts off the fact that it dies or whatever if you use it on the first activation. So.
Yeah, definitely. So this is the main deck. Let's go ahead and take a look at the sideboard. All right, so we are back for the sideboard here. We have 3 Defense Grid, which is very good against Delver decks, basically, or like Miracles, or decks that are going to be trying to counter Sneak Attack, or Through the Breach. You can just jam a Defense Grid, and now it's very difficult for them to hold open mana on your turn.
Yeah, I mean, even if they have Force of Will, it's free, but it's still, they have to leave up 3 lands to be able to Force of Will something, and cards like Counterspell Spell Pierce all just cost way too much mana to be able to actually apply pressure to you while being able to hold up counter spells.
Yep.
Defense Grid definitely strong in all the matchups where your opponent has counter spells. So.
It also costs 2 mana, which is super nice because you can cast it pretty easily on turn 1.
Yeah.
We have 3 Sulfur Elementals, which is a lot, but it's very good against like all the white weenie decks. And those decks can sometimes be problematic with like Karakas and the like. So being able to kill all their guys buys you the time to like get a sneak attack online and be able to use it twice through a Karakas or any number of other things. Also, Inferno Titan's not legendary.
Oh, that's good.
That's
good.
Yeah. We have 3 Pyroclasm. Basically, a lot of times you have to like clear the small ones out so that the bigger ones have more room to fight.
Yeah.
So that's the reason for Pyroclasm there. And
you gotta make sure that their Simian Spirit Guides aren't around so that when your Emrakul's getting a fight, there's no collateral damage.
Yeah. 2 Trinisphere. Very good against like decks like Storm or anything like that, where like they're trying to combo off with a bunch of cheap spells like High Tide or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Probably okay against a lot of aggressive, a lot of decks that are relying on very cheap spells like Delver and so forth. I'm not sure how good it is there, but a Resolved Trinisphere is like very hard for them to beat.
Mm-hmm.
And then 4 Tormod's Crypt because F Dredge.
Yeah. Just yeah. I don't know. I don't want to say anything to get me in trouble, but yeah, I hate Dredge too.
Yeah, so. This guy did not like Dredge, and who can fault him? So
yeah, I mean, also like Reanimator is still a deck. It's not as prominently played as like Sneak and Show or whatever, but having access to 4 of a copy of a card that just buys you enough time to find your combo against those kind of decks is great.
Yeah, I mean, there's also decks like Loam decks and stuff. I don't know if you actually care about their graveyard. You might just be too fast for them, but
yeah,
there are a lot of ways that Tormod's Crypt could be good. But I like that the sideboard has a lot of versatility in variety of matchups, and nothing costs 1, so we don't have to worry about our Chalice of the Voids.
Yep.
So otherwise, Red Elemental Blast would certainly be very good, but we cannot cast that. So all right, but this is the red Sneak Attack deck, and hopefully it is sweet, but we'll find out.
It's probably going to be real good against me. And if you didn't hear me a minute ago, I am playing Elves, just generic, natural orders, Green Sun Zeniths, and everything gets countered by Chalice of the Void. So let's have some fun.